Have I mentioned this is a nightmare?
I think you did a billion times. I think we get it.
Welcome back to Sunshine and Happiness. Today is going to be part one of a two-part project. I can't wait to show you what we have been up to. First, this is going to be a total transformation, but it's going to be a transformation of several different corners of our house. This might actually be like the tale of the corners, and how one small corner in your house and a little bit of time and effort can totally transform the way you are using the space. So this is part one of our book nook, but in order to get to the super fun part of our book nook, we have some cleaning up and reorganizing and scraping and spackling and painting and I don't know what else to do. So come along, you know it's gonna be an adventure. It always is. You gotta say, ta-da!
Ta-da! Let's see how it goes.
There's progress, right? A little brief backstory about this corner of our house. It started off as bonus square footage that we never had in our home until we expanded our second floor. And it was just kind of by default that the square footage landed in our master bedroom. So it was initially a blank canvas for our imagination, but we did have two littles. So the space was quickly used up for spare storage, for rocking chairs to rock babies to sleep, and cribs when we were sleep training, and eventually a temporary office during virtual learning during the days of 2020. But the time has finally come for us to reclaim this space for our personal use, and I could not be more excited to share this adventure with you guys and to see the final results, and ultimately to cozy up in this book nook to plan our next adventure. So although this space has been taken up for other uses for quite some time now, the vision for this to become some sort of a mini library book nook started a long time ago. Once we actually saw the space that was going to be in our master bedroom, it was such an amazing bonus because you guys have seen we have a Cape Cod. Our bedrooms were fairly large, but we always had that really narrow ceiling. So when we gained this space, it was a lot of bonus space. So we envisioned this to become just a really nice, relaxing space to house some of our book collection. And I always imagined this being a built-in window seat sort of mini library. But unfortunately, the space isn't really perfect for that because we do have a small closet right next to the window. So it would be really hard to sort of make that traditional style built-in window seat and still have the space be functional the way it should be. So we had to come up with some other options, marry Tam and my style together and pay homage to the things that we love and to work within the space that we have. So that's always the challenge and the fun part, to try to find that perfect spot in the middle where we're both really happy with the results. And it may not have been what we were both envisioning initially, but ultimately the end result is even better when we bring our ideas together. So worth it. So we're finally going to get to work. First, I'm going to show you how we emptied out this space, because right before we started this project, this was still the temporary office space. We got to clear it out. We are moving our office and our desk to another space in our home. And so we got to get ourselves this blank canvas you see behind me was not just ready and waiting for us. We had to do some heavy lifting first. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. And then we're going to get started on building our vision in this corner. progress, right? So now that we have Tam's desk all cleaned up, we need a place to move it to. So on to the next step. We're going to be cleaning up what was once our in-home boutique and reverting it back to our in-home office. All right, so this is where we are right now. I've gone through all of the storage in this room and purged and pared down and reorganized. But now I'm at the point where I need to take everything out of here so we can start with a fairly clean slate so we can bring our desk down. So we need to empty this room out because we have an annoying paint situation from a long completed renovation. So I'm going to scrape that off and touch it up, and then we have a clean slate to start setting up the desk down here. So it's cleanup time. Today is painting day. So we have this damage from a previous renovation. Rainwater got in to the ceiling. Everything was touched up and repaired, but apparently when the crew spackled and sanded, the space was not sanded properly, so the paint never stuck right to the ceiling. So I'm going to scrape this off and fix it. And there's just like a few little nicks and stuff from wear and tear over the years and some holes. So we're gonna do that today to get ready for the desk. Okay. Why do I feel like I'm gonna regret this? The whole tape off. You gotta be kidding me. This is gonna suck. Oh, this is super annoying. I changed my mind. I'll take the bubble. Seriously, who likes this?
You.
Oh, learn to stop yelling. No more. Well, that didn't quite go as expected. It's definitely a much bigger disaster than I thought it would be. Like one little bubble scrape, but no. Maybe it was bad spackle, or maybe it didn't dry enough. I don't know, but it did not stick. So now, 8 years later, I'm fixing it. We're gonna throw this away and vacuum a bit. Moment of truth. There she is, friends. All patched up and purty. So now we're gonna get this office functional. So the plan is, we haven't done any shelving or anything yet, but I want to open this and make sure that it's the right size, even though we measured, just to actually get a feel for the chair padding and make sure it's what we want. So we're going to give it a check it out. This is like 52 inch, supposed to be big and fluffy, so I don't know how this is going to go. This is like those bed in a box things where I'm fearing for my life.
It's gonna expand. Wow.
This is exploding out already. Yeah, free Amazon returns. Like, I'm gonna go dragging this thing through coals. That'll be a sight to see if I don't like it. Jeez. It's like a bowl of jelly. Yeah, that's a good size. That's what I wanted. I hate when the pads are smaller than the chair and then it's like this big, uncomfortable sitch. Alright, I'm getting in.
Alright.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I can still use like a little bit.
Support pillow?
Yeah, like right under your butt. But this is comfy. I'm having flashbacks to my childhood. I just need a puppy right here. I used to snuggle on this chair with my dog. You gotta try it. It's good.
Okay.
Cozy? Could you hang out
I
there?
need the neck support here. I guess they pair.
Alright, so here is the update on our current situation. Ceiling repaired. We have both of our desks set up in here, and we have a functioning office, but a few things are going to be finished and changed moving forward. So the plan is, after our book nook, we're going to be coming back down to this office. So this is going to be a gaming storage section, possibly a seating area or a gaming area. We haven't fully figured this out. Tam and I decided to switch desks. This was my desk. Loved it. It was amazing, but it's not really conducive to multiple monitors and editing. This was Tam's desk in his temporary space, but we decided to switch. So this is now officially the editing desk, and Tam has a new desk on the way. So when it comes, we'll be able to fully set his situation up because he will also have multiple monitors. And then over here, we want to build something a little more custom along this entire wall with a really nice wood top on it, and possibly replace or chop this down to be on the same level so it'll run around the corner for more book storage. And then of course we're building our book nook upstairs, so some of our most favorite books will be in our book nook upstairs, and then this will be all of the other amazing books that we don't have room for in the book nook. So that's coming up. But for now, the office is functional, which is what we need. We are expecting the desk early next week, and we'll get Tam all situated and then pause on this and we are going to be working on the Book Nook this weekend. So I'm going to take you upstairs to the Book Nook, and we're going to chit chat there because I was having a design meeting up there. So let's go. All right. We have a bit of a disaster in here. I don't want to give away too much design-wise, but I was having a planning meeting in here with myself, so I figured I would share. This is my little planning meeting to figure out if I like the color palette, what shape and size rug I might need, if this table worked. So that's what I'm doing here right now. Deciding on shelving. I was deciding about white versus this warm earthy tone. And this was my deciding factor. My decision was based on the fact that some of these accent pieces really just pop. I love the light and airy feel that we have in here, and I want to keep it that way. I want to balance that dark and cozy feeling with not making this feel too heavy. So I think the white shelving is going to accomplish that, and then it's going to allow some of the artwork and the books and the accent pieces to really pop off of the shelving. This will be our chair, but you will see me give it a little bit of an update and some TLC and tell you the story about the chair, because there's always a story. And these are my Inspiro pieces. These are some really fun prints that we picked up on one of our family adventures in North or South Carolina. And we've had them a long time. They've traveled around with us. They used to live in our office. Then they moved up here, and they are serving as my inspiration for the design element. So that's where we are, and we're gonna start working on it this weekend.